Welcome everybody live here to the TWR Truck Series, live here from Talladega Super Speedway. As get ready here for race number 5 of the very first season. Currently in qualifying with 1 minute left, as it looks like right now. Looks like Eric Heater is currently on the pole, Eric Keplinger second, and Matthew Oliveria in third. Let's look at your qualifying results so far. That's 28 on his cooldown lap. Here's the 42. Nick Miller also just ran his lap. He qualifies in third spot. Casey Drake, number 51, now out on track. Let's see, Eric Keplinger right there, just a little bit off, but we're going to actually take this opportunity to quickly look at a lap around Talladega Super Speedway just to kind of get you in the know what the track is like with our LCTV ride-along truck. Alright, here at Talladega Super Speedway to run a quick lap around this 2.5 mile super speedway. I'm going to do a quick test run to show you guys a lap around the tracks we see right here, and I said below your line per iRacing's recent update rule. So you want to get up to third gear right here, pretty much just all my gas all the way. I'm kind of up on this apron just a bit. And so this is basically how you do a qualifying lap. Come off pit road here, and you just kind of drift up. Basically, at Talladega, you can run any lane you want to, as it's Talladega. You're not really, it's not really like much of a racetrack, so you're flat out the entire way. You got restrictor plates on the engines, and draft is extremely key. So when you're qualifying, you want to run right up here. But in the race, it's all about which lane is faster. Usually, the outside lane runs about right here, and the inside lane runs right next to the yellow line like this. So basically, it all depends which lane you're in, which lane gets the better run, whichever lane you want to be in. So right here, the travel got a couple bumps down there, but other than that, it's a pretty smooth racetrack. You're in the trucks here at Talladega, so yeah, you want to run the bottom for your second lap and qualify. You want to run the top for your first lap. And again, it all depends. You can go 4 wide here. You have 3 lanes with the dotted lines. However, each lane is about a good, good 2 trucks that can fit in it. It's tight, but so it's kind of wherever you want to go on the racetrack. We're just going to kind of run the bottom line right here through 3 to 4, and again, it's not really many bumps. It's pretty smooth racetrack, which could lead to it's being pretty easy. There's no need, Daytona 7 and tracks like that where it's super bumpy. Your truck kind of gets thrown all over the place and it's hard to control. But Talladega, pretty smooth racetrack, and across the finish line. And yeah, it's pretty much a lap around here at Talladega Super Speedway. It's definitely not a hard racetrack, but when you're in a draft racing, it's door to door with many other competitors out here. It's pretty tough. So I'm gonna shut the engine off here, and yeah, just can't wait for the race tonight. Alright, welcome back here to Talladega Super Speedway qualifying in the books. 28th, Eric Heater on the pole. I'll take you through the LCTV starting lineup. So Eric Heater in his first career start, I believe, he will start on the pole next to Eric Keplinger in the 00. Row 2, tonight we have Nick Miller and Casey Drake. Row 3, Matthew Oliveria, and that's it for your qualifying starters. However, in the session we also have J.R. Hager, Andy Andrews, Stephen Gale, and that's it. So looks like we have 8 trucks out here tonight to start off this one. Some more on Daytona, which is quite nice. Then we're going to look at the track info here at Talladega Super Speedway. So, 2.65 mile oval here. 540 feet of track elevation, 100.76 degree track temperature, located in Lincoln, Alabama. Weather here tonight looks pretty beautiful. 74-degree air temperature, wind direction 7.29 miles an hour to the east, 33% humidity, and 0% fog, and it's also clear, so pretty nice conditions out here for racing. It looks like our pole sitter Eric Keeter is actually taking an EOL penalty to start from the rear, so it looks like now Matthew Talladega might be up front. This guy's ready to pull off here. That goes down on the pit lane, and Matthew Talladega will lead the field to the green flag. There's some guys taking EOL penalties, so. And we're going to get ready here to start off race number 5, the TWR Truck Series. Here from Talladega. Green flag is out. We're underway here from Talladega. I think a great restart. Stephen Gale also the one looks to the outside of Andy Andrews, but doesn't really have any help right now. 3 trucks at the bottom, 3 trucks on the top. Oh, J.R. Hager back there kind of losing the draft by himself, unfortunately. As though they're almost already hooking each other in the middle of the corner right there. Stephen Gale. Oh, there they go. Big wreck here on the very first lap. No caution flag. Yeah, Eric Keeter, Polson involved. Eric Keplinger along with Andy Andrews in the 20. There's your Casey Drake. Looks like he started from pit road. These guys also, they have 2 fasta pairs. So it looks like now caution has been thrown. So we'll look back at the LCT replay as a very quick caution here at Talladega. To look back what happened here. Looks like right here you see the 7 and the 42 down here. And maybe a bit of net kill it looks like. Yeah, it looks like a lot of net kill. Got his left side wheels up off the ground. Did a great job to save it. Unfortunately, the 20 of Andy Andrews was in the way. And that's going to collect 3 trucks here for the first wreck of the night. Eric Keplinger, our Atlanta race winner. You see the 28 pole sitter, Eric Keeter, already hitting the inside wall. And Andrews also tore up. So 3 pretty good trucks already tore up here on the very first lap. Tough break for them. As look here from an onboard camera on the 7 machine of Stephen Gale, our very own commentator here. See him right here. He goes on the outside of 42, and yeah, big net kill goes up the racetrack into Andy, and that wreck ensues from behind. So very weird wreck right there. A lot of net code between the 7 and the 42 is going to rent the first caution flag of the night. So back live here now. Looks like we're all trying to catch the pace car. Oh, never mind. We're already live. There we go. Okay. Well, we're going to take this opportunity now to go a quick commercial break. Matthew Talladega currently out front of the field as he's more fun with the pace car. But yeah, we'll be right back. Don't go away.
So, you want to race in NASCAR. The road starts here. Introducing the eNASCAR Ignite Series powered by iRacing. This is the gateway for all aspiring 13 to 16-year-olds. Starting June 20th, ignite your dreams of one day racing in the top tiers of NASCAR. Go to www.iracing.com/ignite for full details.
I want to leave over buildings, want to fly over the shores, faster than a lightning flash, rushing through the cool night air. Oh, oh, oh. So start ignition, count to zero. I just wanna be a superhero. Oh, oh, oh. With fearless thoughts, emotions swirl. I wanna be the man that saves the world. So start ignition, count to zero. I just wanna be a superhero.
I'm back here live to Talladega Super Speedway race number 5 of the TWR Truck Series. Jerry Hager now currently leading the field to the green flag in single file restart. I was told that we were going to try to experiment something and it didn't work out very well. But anyhow, Jerry Hager will lead the field to the green flag once again here. Backing away. There they go, already fending out, trying to find a line to go in. Jerry Hager will hold the lead over Eric Keplinger and then also Eric Keeter. As it looks like the two Erics working together on the outside around the O2 machine, along with Casey Drake. Meanwhile, it looks like Matthew Oliveria, Andy Andrews, and Nick Miller all kind of on that low lane. Is that Matthew Oliveria actually like a 3 wide on the O2 machine? Almost in contact right there. The 28 continues to push the 00 pretty hard into the corner. Gotta be careful not to bumper hook, as you see. He's in the left rear a little bit. When he pushed in the corners, the only car in our race that's really stable enough to do that is these Capital trucks. And when when you do it, you gotta be careful still, because if you don't hit him square, the bumpers aren't lined up, you're gonna end up turning the guy, and it could lead to a big one. So you see him, all the back bumper of him, almost turned him right there. This is exactly what I was talking about. More contact between 02 and the 51, and the 00 blocking the 28 already. Now goes down to try to block the 02. The 02 Jerry Hager already down there though. He's worked their way down the back stretch now. There you see the air Kipling on the outside of Jerry Hager. Case Drake trying to find a way around the 02 machine. They're already extremely aggressive right here. They're right on the roll bar cam here with the 51 machine. Look at our LCTV gyro cam here on the 02 machine of Jerry Hager. Look at the massive amounts of banking this track actually has. It's pretty tall up. It may not look super tall from you know, from the TV cameras. That's why this gyro camera comes in pretty helpful. Because look at that banking. So much. I mean, it's hard to stand on it when you you know, you're not in a truck and the speeds are going out. It works out pretty well, but it's tough to do otherwise. So as you see, those are all the back bumper of the 02 machine of Jerry Hager. Working on that back straighter once again here. I feel over to the inside now, trying to get the lead back. He actually pitted under that caution to get a little bit more fuel in his tank. Working with his buddy there, Stephen Gale. As now the 02 machine gets shaken from the outside lane, actually put free wide in the middle now. As you see Nick Miller also right there behind the 7 and the 52s. They're all balled together. The 42 at this point though has to be careful not to push the 7 into the 52 and cause a wreck. That happens quite often on plate racing. And it looks like the 02 machine got clear of the outside lanes. They're running way up there, and Andrews actually pulled down low to get out of that lane. So kind of slowed him down just a bit. So I'm going to see the 7 to 42 right there. All the place almost with contact. These guys already have had contact. I know it was net code, but now you see the 02 machine, Jerry Hager pushing the 42. Almost turned him. 42 got a little bit loose right there, and 02 had to back out of it to keep from turning him. Did a great job. As I see Matthew Lavera come up to block that outside lane, gets a bump for the 42. 4 wide for the lead. Oh, there was Jerry Hager around in the middle of the pack. Nobody manages to hit him. And he's actually going to loop it and not hit a thing. So great save with Jerry Hager. And somehow that was not a big wreck. With the LCTV replay again here. Not quite sure what happened. Maybe just make contact with the outside wall here and take a look. Went up and, oh yeah, popped the wall in the entry of the trial, but got sideways. Almost overcorrected it, spun down the track. Eric Kepler did a great job missing that wreck, and he's going to spin it around into the grass and keep it off the wall. And yeah, great job everybody to miss him. As it's like, are you on board now with the 02 machine? And you saw right there, it's got kind of wild, them going 4 wide. You can see right here, he's trying to push the 42. They're already in the outside lane, and he goes in the trial, but he can't really, at this moment, he can't see around the 42 machine, and all of a sudden the wall kind of curves in on them as they go into the trial, and he just hits it, gets sideways, and spins down the track. But look how close it was. Oh my gosh. Almost right rear of the 20 and almost right rear of the 00. That could have been a lot worse than what it really was. Very, very close. So to go on board now with the 00 machine of Eric Kepler as he has his perspective from back here. You see the 02 machine gets in the outside wall, gets a little bit sideways, spins up. It's nowhere to go, goes down the track, barely misses him. Very close. But I want to take you back live here now. As they're actually on pit road right now, so looks like the 28 machine Eric Heater will lead the field down onto pit lane. They'll go into their pit stops. Or pit stalls. So the 28 overshot it just a bit, along with the 00 of Eric Keplaner. Oh no, Eric Keplaner actually made it work, and you see the 42 right there, gas only. He's gonna pull away, and Talladega is pretty easy to do that. You don't actually really need to take tires. See the 28, and everybody else take 4 tires and fuel. And actually, I think the back, Matthew Oliveira already came off pit road first. There's the Eric Keplinger off pit road. Casey Drake off pit road. There's Stephen Gale, Jared Hager, and it looks like Andy Andrews is going to continue to sit on pit road. So Matthew Oliveira back out front here at Talladega. This is in a 52 target machine. But we'll take this opportunity to go on a commercial break once again here. Don't go away, be right back. Welcome back live here to Talladega Super Speedway. It's about to get set to go back. Green flag racing here under the second caution flag of the night for the 02 of Jared Hager. As they went forward for lead, and he ran the room, hit the wall, spun. Single truck incident. Don't hear that very often here at Talladega, but it happened. So already 10 laps complete here, coming up to 11. Pace car has his lights off. We're ready to go back. Green flag here. With Matthew Oliveira in the front of the field. When does he go? This is going to bump from the 42. Wait, the green flag.
Green flag.
Green flag is out. We're back on the way here from Talladega. 42 all the back mover of the 52, trying to give him a bit of a bump draft. They see the 28 and a 00 working together on the outside. It's not like they're going to get a big enough run to do so, as there you see the 51 is between the 7 and the 02. And there's Andy Andrews all by himself up there. Nick Miller looking to the outside of Matthew Oliveira. Instead, Eric Heater and Eric Keplinger work together to go to the outside. Because it looks like Nick's going to continue to push him, or maybe not go up the racetrack, try to go through by the middle. So he's going to get passed instead by Stephen Gale on the bottom. So already the two Erics working together there, and Stephen and Matthew working together here. It's 42 a bit of connection issues. As they're going to continue to work together. The 7 and the 52, almost getting him hooked though. There the 28 and the 02 down the track. He's trying to side draft the inside line and slow down the momentum. You see the 7 right there fell off a bit from the 52's back bumper, which will probably cost the 52 the lead here as we go into turn 1 once again. And down the back straightaway. As there you see, Aaron Andrews get a big run. He's going to get blocked now though by the 28. There you see Stephen Gale pushing the 52 Matthew back to the race lead. There comes Eric Heater on the outside trying to get the side draft. And Andrews looks like all by himself up top. Got the 02 pushing the 28 machine up to second place for right now. Looks like. Back on with the gyro cam on the 02 machine of J.R. Hager, league owner. Pushing the 28 very aggressively right now. As you see the 28 get clear to 52. Does he drop down low? Or does he stay up top with the 02? Looks like he's going to stay up top. The 02 is going to go on the outside anyhow. Backed out of it. As he was going to take him through for the lead and be by himself, which is not exactly the best move you want to make, as you can't exactly pass by yourself for the draft. So you see him pushing the back of the 28 machine. And it looks like he's actually going to push him to the race lead. Does the 28 drop down now? Yes, he does. The 28, Eric Keeter now to the race lead. As you see, everybody's still very aggressive and moving around a lot right now. Trying to find which lane is faster. As they see the 52 and the 7. Will they make a move to the back straightaway? Yes, they do. The 52 pulls out. Oh, the 28 almost blocks. Almost some contact right there for the race lead. As they say, 02 now back behind the 28 machine. As you saw. Now it looks like Matthew they're going to drop down low. J.R. Hager below the yellow line. Almost turning the 28. Down low he goes. Pull a bit of a bump and run at Talladega. Now pushing the back of the 52 machine to the race lead. Sandy Andrews back there in 4th, looking to try to find a way around these guys. He's going to push the 28 machine. They come across the finish line. Matthew very lead this lap. Help from J.R. Hager and the 02s. You see the couple of taters on the top there, the 28 and the 20 working together. As the 28 is trying to squeak in down low, the 42 is already there. A little bit of contact there. 28 goes up the racetrack. And the 42 loses all of his momentum as now he doesn't have any drafting help. 20 and the 7 will also go by on the outside. Now, and Andrews goes down low on the 28, trying to work that side draft. Goes down low. There you see JR get up the racetrack just a bit. Next to 28, fall in line behind the 20, very close. Oh no, 2 turns to 52. Matthew Oliveira around. Saves it, locks it down, does not get hit, no caution flag as of yet, and I'm sure he's definitely not happy about that. As you see Eric Kepler, I think he slowed down trying to miss that. As he's still battling up here for the race lead. As he can get back up to speed. No caution flag came out. As you see now the field very spread out. We'll take a look back at the LCTV replay here of what happened. As you see, looks like the 02 just turned the 52 around as they were leading. So tough break for Matthew Oliveira from the race lead. Gets turned by J.R. Hager and the 02 machine. So he goes down low. Just clips him. I was talking about earlier. You gotta be careful. You gotta bump square. And pretty much just another great miss by Casey Drake and also Eric Kepler, who both slowed down for the wreck. So now they're gonna fall behind and probably lose the draft. Especially Eric Kepler. Casey Drake looks pretty good, but. They're going to ride on board now on the roll bar cam with the 52 machine of Matthew Oliveira. getting turned from the race lead. Tough break. You see he goes around. Great miss by Casey Drake right there, as I said. I'm going to go on board with the 51 machine here and look at his camera. So you see the smoke. He goes down low to try to miss. The 50's right there. Very, very close. Almost getting involved. And now a caution flag comes out.
What do you got for temps there?
Another wreck, and Casey Drake's involved. If you look back at what happened here. Oh. Looks like Casey Drake in between J.R. Hager and Nick Miller goes down the racetrack and just gets turned by the 42 machine, head on into the outside wall. That right there for sure is got to be a fastest pair. It's a tough break for him. He missed the wreck for Matthew Oliveria and gets taken out just a few laps later as there you see the field go on by, and a great miss by all of them. I'm going to ride on board with the 51 machine of Casey Drake. You see right here, just gets hooked. Nothing he can do at that point. Just lock it down and hope he don't get too much damage. And it's pretty lucky that the field got spread out right there because of the 52 and 02 incident. Otherwise, he would have been probably murdered in the middle of the field. So now we're going to take you on board with the 42 machine of Nick Miller. This is right behind 51. And yeah, just got him. He bumped him, turned him to the left, and then he bumped him again and just turned him around. And nothing Casey Drake can do right there. So tough break for him. But we're going to go back live here now. So they're entering pit road. So see everybody come down on the pit road, get some tires, get some fuel. And we'll see who can beat everybody else off pit road. 28 slides in his box. Everybody looks like a clean stop. 28 is the backup though. 00 very cautiously slides into his pit box. There you see Stephen Gill already out first. Gas and go for the 7 machine. Andy Andrews out second, even after missing up his pit entry. 28 Eric Keeter off pit road. 02 J.R. Hager. There goes Casey Drake off pit road. Eric Keplinger. Wait for Nick Miller. It looks like Matthew Rivera probably getting some of the optional damage fixed. And there goes Nick Miller. And yeah, Matthew Rivera just getting his damage fixed so he doesn't have to use a faster pair. But let's see, able to get back up to speed here. Well, Stephen Gill already on in the race lead. We're going to try to dial him up here and get him into the broadcast booth. Oh, Stephen Gill, do you have a copy?
Yes.
So, yeah, Steven, you see you up there, you were in the race lead, not quite sure what happened, but,
I missed the Pez exit.
Oh. Well, well, you were in the lead anyhow, and, we're gonna talk to you nevertheless. So, obviously, a mistake, that's gonna probably cost you the lead here, and maybe even a lap, but, as a commentator, you're out on the racetrack once again here. How's it looking out there?
Oh, hectic. My teammate got dumped by my friend, so that was fun. It's just hectic, honestly, on the track. Gas is scarce, so you gotta be careful don't run out of gas. Other than that, it's pretty fun.
Yeah, it looks like it, and we saw 4 wide for the lead earlier, which led to a wreck, but I've seen a lot of racing out there. You know, obviously a couple cautions that we didn't really want to see. And the first one, of course, you were involved in because of net code, unfortunately. But how many fast barriers do you have left?
I have 2. I haven't had to use any yet, which is a good thing.
All right, we're gonna let you get back to racing, but good luck out there.
Oh, thank you.
Alrighty, that was our very own commentator Stephen Gale right there in the 7 machine. I forgot that it was single file restarts. So he's gonna restart back there. As you see, Matthew very trying to catch up to the back of the field as he was pitting for repairs. Andy Andrews currently the race leader though, with a big gap over the rest of the field. As they see the 28.02, they're going to have a huge run here on the 20 machine. There's a 20 through the block. No, he wise, he gets out of the way. So, and it's actually the 02. He's going to go to the top and try to push the 20. Bumps him. And now the 28, Eric Keeter are going to block the 20 machine, Andy Andrews. There's a 20 final way around him. Goes to the top. Jared Hager follow him. Yes, maybe. So he's going to probably drop down low here behind a 28 machine. So very aggressive moves early on here. The 28 going to come across our finish line, lead that lap. Now you see Case Drake through the middle of 3 wide. And Nick Miller goes up to help the 20 machine. As 02 Jared Hager below the yellow line. Not quite sure what happened there. Maybe some contact, but Case Drake now going to fall in line second. And he's going to come up in front of the 20 machine. 20 goes to the outside. 28 goes to throw the block, but Casey Drake now gets to run on the inside. Contact down the back straight with a 51 up into the 28. Now 02, Jared Hager going to push the 51 up into the race lead for now. Does he turn him on his left for corner panel? Get very careful on to do what he did to Matthew Laveria and hook him as they're 3 wide in the middle of the pack right here. And got some guys having a bit of connection issues. The 28 almost turns to 42. Very aggressive early on, as I see Stevie Gale up there behind the 02 machine, pushing the 51. 42 squeezes them all together, very close. Almost some contact, and the 28 goes on the inside of Andy Andrews. And almost turns, it goes down below, but Stephen Gale is down below him. Stephen Gale gets on the apron to avoid making contact. Looks like he's going to be okay. So now Jared Hager goes up through the middle around the outside of Casey Drake, but now he's at no help. The 28 is going to help the 51. And almost turn him. He saved it. Great save by Casey Drake. So I'm going to ride on the gyro cam here with Jared Hager in the 02 machines. So you see Matthew very up there hoping for a caution as he's currently still on the lead lap. Only truck that will be 1 lap down once he gets lapped here. So you see Eric Keeter in second place now as Jared Hager goes back to the race lead. Now before long, here comes Andy Andrews up here on the top side as he's now on board with everyone. Stephen Gale has only had 1 lap here tonight so far, but 1 lap nevertheless. It's also a bonus point. So there's the 28 pushing 02 as he's going to try to find a way around him though. 02 is going to try to block here a bit. They go by Matthew Laveria as looks like the 7 is Stephen Gale down low on the 28 and the 20s. They're 3 wide now for second. No 2 machine just in front of the 7. The 7 bumps him, turns him sideways. They save it at 28 down into the 7. More contact. And they all manage to guide it back up. Great driving by everybody. Now the 20 Andy Andrews trying to pass the 28 by himself on the outside. Not quite sure why. As that move's not going to work because he doesn't have any drafting help. As I say that, the 42 Nick Miller going to go up there with him. Now the 28 is left out to try. Go 3 wide still for second. Very close. And that 7 is still bumping the back of the 02. We heard in the interview, he wasn't talking about his teammate getting turned. He might just get revenge. 3 wide for the lead. Jared Hager on the bottom. Eric Keeter in the middle. Andy Andrews up top with a 42's help. The 7 down low. 4 wide. This is not going to finish well. They all managed to save it once again, but now the 7 almost turning the 28. On 02 up into him, and there goes the 28. Does he keep on to it? Yes, he saves it. Maybe not. No, he's going to spin it for a caution. Just before halfway, there was Matthew Laveria, the only truck a lap down. He'll get the free pass. As I see them all slowing down now for the pace car. Looks like Andy Andrews will be the race leader. It's actually, Matthew Laveria got very lucky right there. As Casey Drake was also about to go a lap down. He also got lucky. So very, very exciting race in there for a while. We all knew what was going to happen. It was going to lead to a caution. And sure enough, that's exactly what happens. The pace car is going to drift and pull some jank moves, and we're going to look here at the 28 machine. On the LCT replay. Here you see right there, they're already going 4 wide for the lead. Very aggressive. 0-2 into the side of the 28. And then right here you just see 0-2 down low. Comes up off the apron. I think just trying to get off the apron. Get a little bit tight or loose, whatever. Comes up, doors to 28. 28 lags through the 42 into the wall. Up on 2 wheels. Spin. Manages to keep it straight, but then spins it out to bring another caution. As you see, Eric Keplinger once again with another miss down low. I think he's just trying to ride on that right now. Missing on the wreck. So, 28 machine around. So the field's going to come back down pit road now. Andy Andrews out front. And that Pennzoil number 20 Toyota Tundra. So here's the Casey Drake also catching up at the back of the field trying to hit with these guys. And so we're going to come into the pit boxes now. And Andrews first into his. There goes Stephen Gale also into his at the same time. H.R. Hager has some confusion where his pit boxes almost misses it. As the 00 gets contact and pushed through his pit stall by the 28 machine. As now it looks like the 42 Nick Miller will come off pit road first. .28 off pit road also. Who's up next? And Andrews, who was the race leader, will come out third. Eric Keplinger, who actually got pushed into his pit box, is going to come out fourth. Then J.R. Hager. Looks like Stephen Gale, Keith Drake, maybe getting some damage fixed. And Matthew Avery also into his pit stall, probably going to do the same. As we're now past halfway of the 50 lap mark. We're on lap 27 now. Keith Drake going to roll out of pit road. Looks like a gas-only pit stop for Nick Miller. Matthew Avery will roll out of pit stall. And Stephen Gale still probably, yep, there he goes, getting some damage fixed, but roll out his pit stall as well. So, as you see right here, the field, there's Nick Miller, currently the race leader. And there's everybody behind the 28 using one of his faster pairs. See, there's some damage in the 20, some damage in the 0, and the 2 machine has some damage. 51 has some damage. The 52 looks like he used his faster pairs. He was pretty slow in that. And it looks like Stephen Gale also has a bit of damage, but we're just going to start with to go back on another quick commercial break, but don't go away, we're right back.
So, you want to race in NASCAR. The road starts here. Introducing the eNASCAR Ignite Series powered by iRacing. This is the gateway for all aspiring 13 to 16-year-olds. Starting June 20th, ignite your dreams of one day racing in the top tiers of NASCAR. Go to www.iracing.com/ignite for full details.
I want to leap over buildings, want to fly over the shores, faster than a lightning flash, rushing through the cool night air. So start ignition, count to 0. I just wanna be a superhero. With fearless thoughts, emotions
Welcome back live here to Talladega Super Speedway. So getting ready to go back. Green flag, Nick Miller in the race lead. Number 42, Procore Chevrolet Silverado. Green flag's back out. We're on our way here once again from Talladega. Looks like he's going to hold the race lead over Eric Kiplinger currently. So you see the 7 and 52 working together. Eric Kiplinger tries to block and goes way far too down low. Actually, maybe he's going to let everybody by, as I said earlier, maybe pulling the strategy just to sit in the back. It's nice. You see the Gallagher to push the race lead from Matthew Oliveria. And the 42 and the 02 making a bit of contact for third. So the 02 going to try to push the 50 and turns him. Once again, 02 spin around the 52 of Matthew Oliveria. But Matthew Oliveria does a great job locking it down and going to spin it around and save it. Once again. So 360 for Matthew Oliveria. And it looks like he was just trying to set up a bump, and the 52 went up the racetrack, and the 02 didn't expect it. Caught him on the left rear, just a little bit of left rear corner panel damage, and a quick little spin. So, once again, another incident. Once again, here he's going to ride on board with the 02 machine of J.R. Hager. So he gets a run, and he's set up for the pass, or set up for the bump of the 52. The 50 goes up the racetrack, and he just clips the left rear of Matthew Oliveria, turns him around. And surprisingly, nobody hit Matthew, nor did he hit anything. So he actually managed to just do a 360 and keep going. So great job by Matthew Oliveria to not spin the truck, or not wreck the truck very much, but
Twice, so
we're going to back live here. As you see, 02, J.R. Hager, and the pace car back by. And we're going to see if anybody heads down pit road here. It looks like we do have some tickets to the 02, the 42, the 20, 00, 28, and the 52 all coming down pit road. So it's J.R. Hager leading some guys down on the pit road. So we've already had a couple single truck incidences, which was pretty surprising here at Talladega. The 02 spun all by himself, and he also has turned a 52 now twice. So pretty crazy that we've had a couple single truck incidents. Since 52, Matthew Oliveria does not get into his pit box, as that's going to cost him quite a bit of time here, and he's still not in his pit box, trying to get into it. As you can see, the race off pit road, so J.R. Hager will come in first and come out first. Matthew Oliveria actually out second after all those troubles on getting in his pit box. Eric Kiplinger and Nick Miller off pit road. And looks like Andy Andrews and Eric Heater still on pit road, as we did receive word that Casey Drake was removed from the server due to certain actions. So just to give you a heads up as to why he is not here. Then yeah, Stephen Gale up in the lead now officially after he decided not to get himself black flag this time. So, and the 52 is going after the 02. And then turn a bit sideways under caution. So, pretty chaotic, as you see some damage actually on the front end of the 52. Not quite sure why. And this would be why. 52 not very happy with 02, bumps him and damages his front end. Yeah, to go back here, sorry about that. This would be the reason for the damage on the front of the 52. And he just kind of knows not very happy about getting turned twice, bumps in the back of him, and proceeds to follow him and turn him a bit sideways, and the 02 manages to save it. And they continue on under caution. So We're going to go back to a quick commercial break. Don't go away, right back.
Just like a movie, just like a storybook, we are the future, we're the ones they won't overlook. It's time to be the hero. Like you've never seen, like you've never seen. You are a hero. Just like in a dream, just like in a dream.
Back live here for Talladega. Sorry about that. I did not realize we're going by green flag racing. So anyhow, looks like Matthew very now getting pushed by the O2 of Jared Hager once again. 52 going to drop down low. O2 going to follow to continue the bump draft. So the race lead goes Matthew very again here tonight. He's led 9 laps so far. Jared Hager 5. Stephen Gale 4. Nick Miller also has led 4. Andy Andrews 3. Eric Keeter 5. And Eric Keplaner 2. So that means everybody in the field right now has actually led at least 1 lap, so pretty interesting there. You see the other 2 continue to push the 52. He's got to be careful not to bump hook him as the 7 almost rear hooks the O2 machine. Stephen Gale, freezing paint scheme, almost turning the O2 machine of Jared Hager. They managed to get it back up and save it. Now Miller pushing the O2 machine. Now the racetrack goes the O2 around the outside of Matthew Laveria. Matthew Laveria comes up and some contact. Now Stephen Gale gonna try to follow Matthew Laveria. No, he's gonna bump him up the racetrack, and now falls back in line behind him. So you see, we're on the board now with Nick Miller. He's currently sitting in 3rd place behind the 2 on the inside lane, trying to look for a way around them though on the outside lane. Didn't quite get it right there. As now you see Jared Hager on his outside. Actually, he's going to fall back in line behind him now. Is he going to get another big run? Is anybody go with him though? No. Looks like Nick Miller goes to the outside but does not get any help as he almost comes down into the field. Jared Hager pushing Stephen Gale. He's trying to push Matthew Laveria, who's currently up in the race lead, who's currently the most amount of laps here tonight, actually. That 7 machine. There you see the 00, the 2 Erics continuing to work together as they have been pretty much all race long. And Andrews behind him. Stephen Gale now trying to get a run on the outside. Matthew Laveria does not get help. Oh, no, right. Yes, he does. Now he gets the help from the 42 machine. As he's actually going to fake him, goes back down low, leaves him out to dry. Does Stephen Gale get help from the 00 Eric Keplaner? It looks like he will. There's almost some contact. O2 goes to the racetrack. 52 goes at a very aggressive block, which lets the 42 Nick Miller actually drop down low and pass both of them. And now you see Eric Keeter right in front of them as Matthew Laveria goes down the track. Oh, contact! Almost wrecking. As now they're side by side at back straight once again here. Matthew Laveria with a good run, getting pushed from the O2 machine of Jared Hager to go down into turn 3 once again. O2 and the 52 working together, and on the inside is the 42. Matthew Laveria trying to get that side draft to try to pinch down Nick Miller in that 42. Does not do as Jared Hager actually dropped down low behind Nick Miller. And it's 15 laps to go here from Talladega, coming to 14 to go actually. There you see Jared Hager pushing the 42 machine. It's Stephen Gale and Matthew Laveria teammates, as we heard, continuing to push each other on the outside lane. A couple of tandem drafts here. There's the 52 pinching down, and oh, the 42 comes up in front of the 52. A little bit of contact right there. Once again, 52 blows down low, and 42 tries to block and wrecks everybody. And it looks like Andy Andrews, Eric Keplaner, and the 28 machine all make it through. As I'm going to quickly throw a caution for these guys. As there you see O2 Jared Hager blowing up. 42 Nick Miller, severe damage. 7 of Stephen Gale, 52 Matthew Laveria. you look back at what happened right there, it's just the case of Talladega. These guys racing extremely aggressive. And blocking, and just the 42 also had a bit of connection issues right there. You see the 42, Matthew Rivera gets a rundown on the inside. The 42 comes down the racetrack and tries to block. It was already too late though. They make contact, and then J.R. Hager and Stephen Gale make contact. They all go flying into the inside wall. Heavy hits for all 4 trucks. And that's like about half the field. That's a big one I hear at Talladega. That's the first big one we've seen so far. I've seen a couple of few truck incidences and a couple single truck incidences, but that was the real big one. It's going to run on board now with the the 7 machine of Stephen Gale, as sees the wreck in front of him. It looks like J.R. Hager just tried missing the wreck and actually came up and clipped Stephen Gale. See him walk it down, but oh, a heavy hit in the inside wall for the O2 machine of J.R. Hager as his engine is smoking as he goes down the pit road. And a ride on board with the O2 machine of J.R. Hager now. See, he's down here. You see the contact between the 52 and the 42. And J.R. Hager trying to come up the racetrack to avoid the wreck. 7 and Stephen Gale coming down just a bit. They make contact again. And heavy hit for J.R. Hager into the inside wall. Engine almost blown. I see Stephen Gale continue to spin around. It goes from the chopper cam. See the contact between the 52 machine and the 42 of Nick Miller. See right there, he already made contact in turn 2. The 52 probably not very happy about that. Drops down low. The 42 tries to block. They make contact. And around all 4 trucks go hard to the inside wall for all 4 of them. They bring out yet another caution flag out here tonight. Keep back alive. If you look at our amount of cautions so far, actually, there's 6 cautions so far, 10 caution laps, 19 lead changes though. That's the price 51.597. As you see, everybody back under caution here. Looks like Andy Andrews and Eric Keplinger currently first and second. Nick Miller out third. Matthew Laveria, Stephen Gale. Some of these guys using their fastest pairs. I used the 28 of Eric Heater. J.R. Hager still getting his maybe out of it. You see him down there. As I'm going to try to take somebody in the broadcast booth here, if we can. Unfortunately, we don't have any options, but we'll get Matthew Laveria in the broadcast booth here, as he's been up front much of the race. Never mind, we're going back green flag. Pace car is in. Forgot the single file restart was so much quicker, so. And Andrews lead the field of back to the green flag. And waiting the green flag to actually come out here. There it is. Nope.
Green flag.
There it is. Green flag black out here from Talladega, and a good jump with double zero. Eric Keplinger jumps to the outside of Andy Andrews, but of course doesn't really have any help there. You see Nick Miller and Matthew Laveria are all very, very aggressive on a start. And Andrews blocking the inside lane of Matthew Laveria, aggressively pushing him now. As you see Stephen Gale also working with the 52 machine. As they're coming up next time by, will be 10 laps to go. The 52 to the outside. The 20 tries to block. The 52 now down low. Help from the 7 of Stephen Gale. Leaves the 20 of Andy Andrews out to dry. This is 42. Nick Miller now down low as the 20 just continues to fall back to the end of this line. The fall line behind the 42s. Now you see the 7 of Stephen Gale pushing the 52. Matthew Laveria, who's currently out front in the lead. He's led 12 laps here, coming up to 13 laps if he gets this one led. So for the most amount of laps. And also, we now have 10 laps to go here from Talladega. 25 more miles for these guys to try to get a position they can. As you see, 4 trucks on a big head of steam on the outside of the lane. These guys on the bottom block it all. Does the 7 dump or ditch the 52 Matthew Varia and go? Yes, he does. He goes out the racetrack, but it's too late. 42 to the outside. Nick Miller now 3 wide for the lead once again. I see the 28 and 00 a big run. Where did they go? The 7 going to clear the 52. Going to drop back in line. Opens the door for the 28. Now he's going to get blocked by the 42 though. He's going to almost try to go through the middle. Couldn't quite get there. There's not Nick Miller on the outside of Stephen Gale. You see Matthew Varia lifted right there. Not quite sure why. Now 28 going to sneak in line between those 2 teammates. They have 6 trucks all right here. As you see, J.R. Hicker still on pit road, so I guess he ran out of faster pairs. Now Stephen Gale out front, so 3 wide now for second. As they're pushing a 28, who's pushing a 7. Now you see the 52 up by himself, the 42 and the 20 going through the middle, working together. So you see Matthew Varia tried pulling that in front of him and couldn't. So now he's going to be up next to the wall without any draft. It'll fall back to the back of this pack here and have to get back in the line. Could work as I see McMiller trying to side draft Stephen Gale for the race lead. Help from the 20 machine of Andy Andrews. Going to clear the 7 on the bottom. 7's getting pushed for the 28 though, so he's not going to be able to. Here for Stephen Gale with another run down low. Running aboard now with the 28 machine of Eric Heater. There you see, he's kind of a little bit far back though from the 7 of Stephen Gale. So that means the outside lane's going to get a good run right here. Is there you see. Actually, the 28's going to go through the middle, 3 wide. And Eric Kepler going to ditch the 28, goes down low to the 7. Always going to go back up. 42 blocks the 28, now blocks the 7. And now Andy Andrews has no help up top. As now you see 42 blocking Stephen Gale. Stephen Gale going to get a run right here. Where does he go on it though? Stephen very aggressive. Might see another wreck here before this thing's over. Spread up to just 7 laps to go. Because of the fact we have single file restarts, so as you see the 42 blocking the 7 once again. 7 going to fake him, goes down low. The 42 Nick Miller blocks him once again. As they're extremely aggressive right now. As the 7 gets in the side of the 42, and there goes everybody. Once again, the big one here at Talladega. The 20 into the inside wall. The 28 goes for a spin. Matthew Varia locks it down. Stephen Gale around. Nick Miller. Engine blown. Eric Kepler around. And Andrews with a blown engine. Everybody taken out once again here at Talladega. As it's going to be about a 4-lap shootout, I believe, here. As you saw the 42 very aggressively blocking the 7, trying to find any way he can to get around him. Obviously, probably getting a bit fed up with his blocking. You see the 42 down here in the apron. 7 kind of bumps him. He goes up the racetrack, and the 7 just touches him as the 42 is kind of all over the place. And you see it kind of lag through. Everybody has big connection issues, but everybody else. 28 goes around. You see the 4 trucks right there, 20, the 52 to 28, and the 00 all right there. 20 hard impact to the inside wall as he didn't lock it down. And the 52 does lock it down. Doesn't really hit much. He kind of got a little bit damaged. He's going to loop it around. Until you on board now with said 52 machine of Matthew Varia as you ride with him. You see the wreck right here in front of him. So he hits the brakes, tries to miss it, and did a great job right there, missing it, but then unfortunately somebody comes down the track into him. 20 hard contact into the inside wall as it locks it down, a little bit of damage. I'm interested to see if anybody has any faster pairs left. As we've already seen a lot of wrecks so far tonight. Right on board now with the 20 machine of Andy Andrews as you see him try to get through this wreck, but was unable to. So here you see the 7 and 42 make the contact. Run goes to the 42 in front of the field. And you see him kind of necking through everybody. 28 and 00 make contact into the 20 driver's side door. Head onto the inside wall. Then goes up and hits the outside wall as well. As I want to ride on board with the 7 machine of Stephen Gale, as he made contact with the 42 machine that started off this whole mess. There you see the 42 going down low. And he goes up the racetrack, and the 7 just goes to his left for corner panel because he went up the racetrack, and around goes the 7. He didn't get hit after that though, so he's gonna spin, takes out the blue cone. He didn't like it after getting penalized earlier, and around goes Stephen Gale, but I'm gonna get ready to go back. There's 5 laps to go here at Talladega. The pace car lights are still on, so that means you're gonna have at least a 3-lap shootout here. In the least, Eric Heater right there in the lead with severe damage. Eric Copeland also with a lot of damage. Stephen Gale up there. Matthew Laveria, Nick Miller on pit road with a lot of damage, along with Andy Andrews, and Jared Hager has been sitting there for quite some time. But now we're gonna try to dial in the 52 machine of Matthew Laveria, as he's sitting right there in 4th place. And I would interview Stephen Gale, but we just interviewed him not too long ago, so interview Matthew Laveria here. Looks like I've been denied an interview, so we're not interviewing Matthew Laveria. Stephen Gale right there in second, though. 2 teammates up front. As it looks like pace car lights will go off this time. Indeed it will. So a 3-lap shootout here at Talladega, which case means if the caution comes back out, race will be over. So next flag will end it, whether it's the white flag, or not the white flag, whether it's the checkered flag, or if it's the caution flag, it will end the race. If they wreck on the last lap, no caution flag will be thrown, as no cautions get thrown on the last lap. So if they make it to the last lap, whoever wrecks, and they're pretty much out of it. But if they wreck before then, whoever's in front at the time of caution will continue the rest of the pace laps and complete the race. So how this night is gone, it looks like unfortunately we're probably going to have said end under caution, but it could be interesting here. We've had 7 cautions so far, which is 11 caution laps. I forgot that it's single file restarts. So yeah, with 3 laps to go, so unless they wreck on the restart here immediately, we will not go back green if they wreck and have and cause caution later on. So gonna be interesting to see what happens here, as I also really just forgot to turn the music off, so I apologize for that. But look at race summary so far. It's coming up the green flag. 46 laps completed, 4 laps to go. 24 lead changes. We've had 7 cautions, 11 laps, as I said. Matthew Laveria currently out front, and then number 52 machine, who's actually led the most amount of laps here so far tonight. He's led 14 laps, and when it comes to finish line, it'll be 15. So that's a couple of bonus points for him right there. But pace car lights are off, as I said, and we're about to go back green flag racing here for a 3-lap shootout to close off this one. Race number 5 at Talladega. TWR Truck Series pace car is in. When does the 52 go? And does he time it with his teammate Stephen Gale? As we're waiting, is actually they're the only 2 up front right now. As you see, Eric Copeland with a very damaged truck trying to catch him. Green flag is out. We're back on away here from Talladega for a 3-lap shootout. It looks like Eric Copeland will not actually catch these guys, so Looks like a two-truck battle between teammates for the win here. My very own Stephen Gale, LCTV commentator. We're going to see if he can pull it off. Maybe a bit biased here, but I'm going to see if he's able to get it big enough for a run on the 52 machine. Again, they're teammates, so they want to make sure they still finish 1-2. That is the goal here, but obviously both drivers are extremely hungry for the win. Never won the series. It's actually his first start this season, so, and Stephen Gale's on running part-time, so points-wise, it doesn't really matter, but they just want to go win this race, so going up to 2 laps to go this time by. The only 2 guys battling for it. I already see Eric Kepler all by himself, 28 all by himself as well, and Andrews, Jerry Hager on pit road, so as here comes the 7 now, where the run on the outside of Matthew. They're going to try to side draft him. And they have no pressure behind as Eric Kepler is damaged in 11 seconds back. And actually looks like he might be pulling. Nope, he's not. It's that slow. So as they're still side by side down the back straightaway, a little bit of contact. The 7 gets the advantage now. Stephen Gale gets around the 52 machine with just 1.5 laps to go. But can Matthew Levere get big enough for a run to get back around him here? He's led 16 laps so far, so he definitely knows how to be up front here. He's going to get in that draft and make a move. I have a feeling it's going to be a very exciting finish. He's going to get a big run on him right here in that draft. He's going to pull out. Does he fake high? No, Stephen Gale doesn't block. So that means he's going to be forced now to run the outside lane, which is a bit slower because it's slower on the racetrack. However, he can pitch down the 7 machine, try to work that side draft. Stephen Gale leads. 1 lap to go here at Talladega. Stephen Gale has the advantage right now. Currently on the outside, they're door to door. 52 pinching down Stephen Gale. As Matthew Levere still trying to work that side draft on the outside of Stephen Gale. Doesn't get enough for a run down the back straightaway, side by side. Trying to work that side draft. There's almost a bit of contact right there. He's going to have to get a good run right here and really pinch down Stephen Gale if he wants to get this win. Oh, he doors him with contact. Side by side. The door-to-door race down the back. Come on to turn 4 now. 7 has just an advantage over the 52. 52 gets a good run. Oh, more contact. Oh, he turns him. Oh, they both slide to the grass. Who makes it out of the line first? 7's going to wreck it. Matthew Levere wins here at Talladega. Stephen Gale tried to door him. Got into the side of him and turned him. And it looks like now he will limp back to the finish line in that spot. There you see Eric Kepler going to limp across the finish line in 3rd. Eric Heater right there in 4th. Nick Miller actually on pit row, but Stephen Gale wins here at Talladega. We'll take a look back at that replay right there, as that was a very, very exciting finish all the way down to the wire right there. You just saw dooring each other, trying to slow down the momentum, and a bit of contact in the wrong spot between the 52 and the 7. You see the 7 comes up, doors him just a bit, gets the 52 sideways. They see him. A little bit of neck going through each other right there, but you see 52 turns hard to the right, trying to correct it. Does a great save, slides to the grass, and comes across the finish line first. As there you see Stephen Gale wrecking. We'll take a look from an onboard camera here on the 7 machine. See it right there. He just tries to go up and he didn't try to turn him. He just tried going up to break the momentum, and unfortunately it turned around 52. It's hard into the pit road and killed some of his pit crews. He's gonna limp across the finish line in 2nd. But Matthew Levere wins here at Talladega. We'll take a look from the roll bar camera here. From the camera here from Matthew Levere as this all went down. See right here. Gets a good run on the outside. Trying to work that side draft, and it may have actually worked out for Stephen Bay right here because he would have had the shorter way on the track, but he goes up, tries to break the 52's momentum and just turns him sideways. And a great set of Matthew Oliveira to come across that finish line. Doesn't even hit the wall, and win is just to win the race. So great job by Matthew Oliveira and Stephen Gill for a 1-2 finish. That's a couple of teammates are going to finish 1-2 here as IC to 52 celebrating on the front stretch here as he's going to damage Hamlin into the wall a bit. And there you see his teammate Stephen Gill also doing burnouts with him. As Matthew Oliveira makes his first career start here in the TWR Truck Series and he's going to end up picking up the win. As now they're going to try to go do the jump at Talladega to see if it's successful. Stephen Gill does it successfully. And lands it. And Matthew Oliveira has... Oh, there it is. Flips to the air and lands and bounces. And tumbles onto his roof to his death. So, Matthew Oliveira wins here at Talladega. We're going to go to a quick commercial break to come back for our first race show. Don't go away, right back.
So, you want to race in NASCAR. The road starts here. Introducing the eNASCAR Ignite Series powered by iRacing. This is the gateway for all aspiring 13 to 16-year-olds. Starting June 20th, ignite your dreams of one day racing in the top tiers of NASCAR. Go to www.iracing.com/ignite for full details.
I want to leap over buildings, want to fly over the shores, faster than a lightning flash, rushing through the cool night air. Oh, so start ignition, count to zero. I just wanna be a superhero. With fearless thoughts, emotions swirl. I wanna be the man that saves the world. So start ignition, count to zero. I just wanna be a
Welcome back live here at Talladega Super Speedway, race number 5 of the TWR Truck Series. For a bit of a post-race show here, getting involved with the top few finishers. Unfortunately, we cannot get our third-place finisher, Eric Keplinger, in the 00 machine. However, we do have our second-place finisher and our very own commentator, Stephen Gale, in front of the broadcast booth. Stephen Gale, do you have a copy?
I have a copy. Yes, I do.
So yeah, Stephen, I saw you up there much of the night. You led 6 laps. We talked to you earlier after you got your penalty there. And in your wreck, you took out the cone, so you don't have to worry about that anymore. But you finished second place here, spinning out in the trial with your teammate Matt Tavares. So 1-2 finish for your team, probably pretty well planned. You became pretty close to winning the race there. You had to try something, and you tried to make a contact with your teammate to try to break his momentum, and it turned out in a wreck, and you had the worst deal of it. But you still finished second place here, so a pretty good night for you. Just stuck with your race.
Oh man, that was a great race. The game was alright. Yeah, me and Matt, we were talking the whole time, trying to strategize our plans. Then JR came along, wrecked Matt twice. Man, that was still great. But other than that, it was a good race. A few incidents happened here and there. I got a penalty twice because of my mistakes, and then I knew Matt was going to win on the outside, so I had to try something. Didn't work, but still a great finish either way.
Yes, certainly was very exciting. It wasn't a photo finish, but it was still exciting to win. You didn't know who was going to win it until it crossed that finish line. So, like I said, good race for you. It was pretty wild out there. We had quite a few cautions. We had 7 to be exact. So, in a 50-lap race, it was pretty chaotic. A lot of wrecks ensued, obviously, and you only had 2 faster pairs. So you managed to hold on to your faster pairs and come out with a second place finish and be one of the few trucks left on track at the end of it. So let's talk about like the wrecks and how you were able to dodge those and manage to mostly put yourself in a good situation for those.
Well, I only been involved in really one wreck. That was with the 42. I think I hit him. I'm not 100% sure. Then the earlier one, which net coded obviously, but with the JR hitting Matt, I'm shocked I didn't get involved in that somehow twice. But other than that, I just did that all race and got involved in that wreck. Used my fast pair, and other than that, I was just good to go for the rest of the race. Just try to avoid the wrecks, which worked.
Yeah, certainly. And like I said, you spun out coming across the line with your teammate, but still 1-2 finish. So any shout-outs want to give here? Any shout-outs want to give for a run-up finish?
Sorry, say it again.
Any shout-outs?
Cut out.
Okay, any shout-outs want to give for a run-up finish?
I want to give a shout out to my teammate Matt, JR for hosting the league and making it interesting with Matt. And you for broadcasting and anyone else who participated in it.
Yeah,
having a great race.
I thank you for racing, and that you mean the broadcast booth. And so I gotta give you your time, Steven, and have a good night. Have a good
Thank
night.
you. You too.
Alrighty, so that was our runner-up finisher here tonight, Stephen Gill in the number 7 machine. I'm going to talk to his teammate and our race winner here, Matthew Laveria. Bring him into the broadcast booth. Matthew Laveria, do you have a copy?
Yes, I do.
So yeah, Matt, we saw you up there much of the night. You led 17 laps, which was the most of anybody in the field tonight. So you got some bonus points there, obviously, in your first career start. A good run for you, as I said. You got turned a couple of times there by the L2 machine, and obviously a bit of retaliation and a lot of chaos in this race, obviously. But you came out on top, drifting across the finish line pretty much with your teammate there. So a good 1-2 finish by you. Just take us through your race.
All right. So basically, lots and lots of wrecking, specifically the O2. And somehow out of all that madness, I came out in first. I really can't describe how it happened. It just did. Coming to the finish, basically the idea of coming to the finish, Steve is on the inside. I gained the nose ahead entering the travel. I'm figuring if he side drafts me, he's going to beat me to the line because, you know, if I'm getting the nose ahead into the travel, there's enough room for him to beat me to the line by that point. But that's why I came down on him. But I didn't realize he was going to come up on me at the same time. So when I do that, my intention is to kill his momentum so he can't use that space to side draft. But it only works out if I'm moving down, and I'm the only one moving down. And of course I'm not. So naturally, both wrecked to the finish. Caps off the race pretty appropriately considering how the entire race went. But they came out in first, so what does it matter?
Yeah, certainly a lot of chaos. As I said, we had 7 caution flags fly here tonight in a 50-lap race. But that's Talladega for you. You know, a lot of times you see a lot of wrecks. There's a lot of aggression on throughout the whole race. A lot of blocking, a lot of 3 wide, even some 4 wide moves there for the lead and for second on places on back. And pretty chaotic. It was pretty exciting. While also, you know, the cautions were a bit annoying, but. You came out on top, 1-2 finish with your teammate. You led most of the laps, and this is your first career start in this series. So do we expect to see the rest of the season, or you just doing a one-time deal?
It'll depend. Maybe in the future, probably not. But it'll depend what the track is, what the time is. You know, but we'll see.
Yeah, certainly. And again, if you do wish to continue, great points today for you, leading most of the laps, and obviously coming out on top. So. Any shout-outs we'll give here for your win? You there?
Yeah, I'm here. You kept cutting out quite a bit.
Oh, sorry. Any shout-outs we'll give for your win?
Alright. Alright, then.
Any shout-outs we'll give for your win? Shout-outs you want to give for your win?
I'd like to shout out JR. Like, about 3 or 4 times I'd like to shout him out. That's pretty much all I have to say.
Okay, and as Discord has some troubles here, we're going to end this interview. So, yeah, congratulations on winning, Matt, and have a good night.
Yep, you too.
Alrighty, so that was our race winner there, Matthew Laveria, and the number 52 Target Chevrolet Silverado. Not quite sure why I had the connection issues, but my apologies, and I also forgot to turn off music. But anyhow, thank you guys so much for watching tonight's stream. We want to thank you for everybody came out and watched. Make sure you tune in on Sunday to watch another plate race. Yes, back-to-back plate races here on LCTV. You come back and watch the Dash Motorsports Xfinity Series head up Daytona International Speedway under the lights. For a very exciting one there, so can't wait for that. As points leader currently for that series, actually, just to give you an update after Chicagoland, turns out to be Jim Ott. He took the points lead away from Jeffrey Meyer after winning at Chicago, so I'm interested to see if he can hold up throughout the rest of the chase. And obviously tune in next week as we go to Richmond, I believe, or it's Auto Club. Not 100% sure which is which, but no, they're both the next 2 tracks. I forget which order they're in, but yeah, next Tuesday at 9 p.m. Eastern, as always. Again, appreciate you all for tuning in. If you enjoyed the broadcast, please make sure you hit that like button. Helps us out a lot. And also, if you want to see more iRacing broadcasts and content, be sure to hit that subscribe button. which also helps us out a lot. So appreciate y'all tuning in tonight, and have a good night.